right? So everyone in our generation is low-key stuck on chasing crypto and high beta tech stocks, right? But what I think everyone's missing out is the oldest and the most powerful financial systems are screaming at the top of their lungs right now, and the smart money, they've already moved. They've already moved quietly, and most people already missed it. The quote unquote retail, right? So I've got a few points that I want to go over here, just to extrapolate my theory and just try to open your eyes a little bit from what I can see, right? So I'm just here to contribute to the conversation, right? I'm just a dude. But yeah. So what y'all need to understand is the oil is the cost of everything, right? Like oil is not just the cost of gas at the pump, right? It's literally inputted into the cost, like baked into everything you buy, right? Gas, groceries, clothing, rent, shipping, your airlines, like all of it is tied to oil, right? Like a $10 bump in the price per barrel will equal to like 25 cents more per gallon at the pump, right? So a 40 like a 40% spike, like per barrel of oil, will cost the average American about like 800 to like 1200 extra per year just in fuel, just to buy what you need to move, right? Like your cost spikes within weeks, and then your salary, it doesn't even keep up, bro. Like it doesn't even know that this is happening, right? And like that gap is called real income erosion. Like your standard of living, it slides away silently. Shh. Like no, like it doesn't say anything. Like your purchasing power disappears, right? Like lower income households, they spend like 20% of their budget on transportation. They will get hit the hardest because they don't have excess money, right? They're literally scraping up crumbs. And oil shocks, they widen the wealth gap every single time that there is one. And like the oil, it controls the dollar, right? Like we're smart enough to understand what the petrodollar is, right? We understand that it forces every nation to hold dollars to buy oil, and we understand how oil is an essential, and how we need energy just to move anything in this world.
There she is.
Because everything costs energy, bro. Everything costs energy, one way or another, right? And the petrodollar has been the entire engine behind the U.S. dollar's hegemony, right? In 1974, they had a secret deal with the Saudi prince that says like that Saudi has to sell oil in U.S. dollars, and then the U.S. will provide military protection. But then the Saudis would have to recycle oil revenue into U.S. T-bills, like treasury bonds, which then funds the American deficit. But now the U.S. is producing a record 13.5 million barrels per day, right? That's more than Russia and Saudi Arabia combined. So energy dominance is literally deliberate national security strategy. Like it is a must. It's not a coincidence. It is structure. Like we need energy dominance to have the dollar hegemony, right? And now the petrodollar is cracking. What do I mean by that? Like now the BRICS nations are settling oil trades outside the dollar. Now the Saudis are selling and accepting payments for other forms of payments. Right? When the US froze Russia's reserves, every nation noticed, and everyone's eyes kind of opened, like, whoa. So like, our dollars are not really our dollars. We're just using them. We're just lucky enough to have them, right? When Russia got sanctioned, so that's what woke up the BRICS. Like precious metals are the alarm system, right? Like as we know, as us Bitcoiners, we understand how Bitcoin is the best form of liquidity, right? Like it is the best interpretation of liquidity in the market. So when the price goes down, we understand that the liquidity is tight, and that market is, there's not a lot of money to spend. But then when the price is up, and there's a lot of liquidity flowing around in the market, because the market's literally people, right? But yeah, so gold and silver, they don't just store value, right? They signal stress in the monetary system. So like when you're looking at the precious metals market, like they are what signals stress in the monetary system, right? Because like the price of something that is information, right? Like the gold to ratio silver is your early warning clock, right? Like central banks are buying gold at multiple decade level highs right now. That's why it's $5,000 an ounce, right? Central banks move first because they're the one who have the money. They're the one who is closest to the money printer, right? Like retail, us, quote unquote, we apparently follow years later, but here we're smarter. We're here to be early, right? Because we're here to profit. We're here to make some money, do some business, right? And us here at the channel, we understand that history does not repeat itself, but it rhymes, right? Like 1971, Nixon killed the gold standard. The petrodollar is born. 1970s, oil shocks. It moved to stagflation, which exploded gold to from $35 to $850 an ounce. Right? History doesn't repeat itself, but it rhymes. 2008, oil hits $147 a barrel. This literally helps tip the economy into the Great Recession in 2008. Right? 2022, oil is driven up. Inflation hits 40-year high, 9%. So inflation in 2022 hits 9%. Right? That's a 40-year high of inflation in America. Right? And now we're starting to see that happen again. 2020, like last year, because we're early in 2026, right? Last year we have gold up 40%, silver up 147%, like a meme coin. Right? It's looking like Doge, bro. Like, it's crazy. Actually crazy. Right? The central banks are buying like crazy. Like they are spending their dollars now and buying safe haven assets to protect themselves. Like I said, this move is structural. It's not cyclical. Right? This is not cycles moving. It's not cycles moving. This is people, this is banks, this is sovereigns protecting their wealth, protecting their money. Because your money is something you will fight for. It's something you will die for. Right? That's why people rob you for your money. Right? That's why you put your money in the bank, because it's protected by guards with guns. But yeah, I digress. So, but another point I wanna come and say here is this is not a political like show whatsoever. It's just my thoughts, man. Right? And I'm a realist. I like to look at the truth, because the truth is transparency, and when it's transparent, it's a lot easier to flow. Right? There's no chit chat, blah blah blah. There's no noise. Right? I'm trying to drown out the noise here. So, my point here is Trump could be leveraging oil to make affordability real again. Right? Like Trump's core economic plan is simple: lower energy costs to lower the cost of living. Right? It's simple. So if the cost of oil, right? Since we understand that the oil cost is inputted in everything. Right? So if we try to, like, cheap oil is literally the closest thing to a universal discount, like a price cut. Right? Like Trump's administration, they declared energy dominance as an official national policy. Like when he was campaigning for that, right? He promised that. Like, so what are they doing? They're pushing record U.S. production, cutting regulations, reopening federal drilling leases, right? Drill, baby, drill. Their logic is to flood the market with American oil, drive prices down, groceries, then rent, then gas, and then shipping. Everything will follow, right? Like I said at the beginning, cheaper oil kind of gives you like a discount. It makes everything cheaper. Once your oil is cheaper, once your energy is cheaper, you can make everything cheaper because it makes it cheaper to move. Right? Simple. That's just how it is. So it's not just an energy policy. It's the affordability policy that Trump promised, that he was fighting for, that he campaigned about. Like lower oil prices, they give the Fed more room to cut interest rates. Right? So it gives you cheaper mortgages, cheaper debt. Cheaper debt makes it easier for the US to pay off their debt. So the Trump administration's bet is that the energy independence will break the inflation cycle before it breaks the middle class. Right? So it's a wild card, bro. Like, this is a very wild card. So, like, could cause World War III, or it could save America again. Like it could help everyone again back at home. So, like, very teeter-totter. Very, very teeter-totter, chat. So it's very scoffed, but so whether it works long term really depends on if the petrodollar system holds, right? And that is the wild card. So it only survives, this play only survives if the petrodollar survives, right? If the BRICS nations stop moving sneaky behind our back, and they start moving back with the dollar, right? The basic universal reserve income, like not income, but like currency, you know what I mean? Everybody wants a dollar, man. I've never been to a country where people don't know what a dollar is, right? So for all the Bitcoiners out there, right? For all my people out there, let me put this down. For all my people out there, right? We all understand here, Bitcoin is not a trade. Right? It's a long-term position in the new monetary system that we are saying. Right? The price now on any given day is just noise. Like, the trend across decades is the signal. Right? The fact that it's 66,000 now is just noise. Right? We are a 14-year-old asset. We are a 15-year-old asset. Like, you know, you like gold, silver, they've had a 3,000-year head start, bro. That's why they're worth 50 trillion. Right? We're Bitcoin, bro. We're Bitcoin, little itty bitty $1.6 trillion, $1.4 trillion market cap coin, right? We're a $1.4 trillion asset, right? So that's early, bro. That's what I mean by the trend is across decades. That is the signal, right? The fact that we can have a market cap of 1.4 trillion in just 15, 16 years. That is crazy. Right? Like $1.4 trillion, that's unfathomable to the human mind. Right? Like, you can't even count that much, bro. You get tired, bro. You're gonna forget. It's impossible. Right? So just keep that in mind, chat. Like, keep it in mind. Like, don't worry about the price, man. Like, really don't. Like, if you are here for the long run, right? Your short-term price obsession will literally become your biggest enemy. Right? The way to do it is you gotta stack, bro. You gotta DCA. You gotta dollar cost average. You gotta be consistent. You gotta be automatic. Regardless of the price, regardless of the noise, you just gotta stack it, bro. You don't time Bitcoin. You accumulate it. Right? Like you don't get wealthy by just trying to buy one lottery ticket.
No.
Right? You build wealth by consistently stacking over time. Right? Like, think about it like building a house. Right, you don't lay one brick at a time and see if the market approves of your moves. Right, like, nah, like you gotta lay a brick, bro. Every day, every week, every month, no matter what the weather looks like outside, you gotta be building, you gotta be stacking. Right, like the people who lost in Bitcoin were the ones who bought at the hype at the top and sold their fear at the bottom. Like, if you're scared now, bro, if you're scared that Bitcoin's gonna go to zero, like, bro, I wouldn't sell now. Now is not the time to sell. Right? Like, if I bought out 120k, right now it's at 66k, bro, there's no damn way I'm selling, bro. You cannot sell, bro. You shouldn't be selling, not at this price, bro. I really did. If there's someone out there, man, who's in that situation, don't sell. Diamond hands, bro. Don't be a paper hand. Don't fold. Diamond hands. We gotta stay strong. We gotta zoom out of the chart, bro. We ain't looking at the 1 minute chart. We ain't working at the 1 minute chart, bro. Come on, let's be for real. Come on. You gotta think long term, right? You're building for your future. Your future is at a long time. It's not tomorrow, right? You're building for your future in the long time, right? Yeah. I digress. But the only way to win is you gotta keep. You gotta be the one. You gotta be the people who keep stacking through every crash, every headline, every panic. Drown out the noise. Right? Like you just gotta be the people who drown out the noise. Be calm, bro. Chill. Survive the path. Right? You gotta be building income to accumulate more Bitcoin. Right? You wanna be trying to find more ways to get more money. Because it can never be enough, bro. It can never be enough. You should have abundance, bro. You shouldn't be worried about it. You should have a scarcity mindset. You should have an abundance mindset. That's how you win. Right? But yeah, like Bitcoin, like it's just like gold and silver, man. It's a hedge through dollar debasement, and we all see the uncertainty that is happening around the world right now, right? So you don't want your money to be controlled by people who don't care, bro, who don't care about humanity, who don't care about the longevity of your life. They don't even know you, bro. Everything's a profit, right? So when the petrodollar cracks, and like when the inflation erodes away the real wages, right? Hard assets and scarce assets win. That's why Bitcoin. That's why gold. That's why these safe haven assets are winning, right? Bitcoin right now is 66K because right now it's getting bundled up with high beta tech stocks. We all have to understand, we all have to agree that, bro, Bitcoin is not a tech stock. It doesn't pay dividends. It doesn't have a CEO. It's a digital store of value, right? Like they just paired up with these tech stocks because it's tech. Just because it's tech doesn't mean it's a tech stock, guys. Come on, right? Like we gotta be holding these things for the right reasons. We gotta shake out the tourists, and the people that are holding Bitcoin have to be the ones that are holding it for the right reason. Right, we're not here to gamble. We're not here to just a quick trade. We're here to store our time and energy in a digital form, in the hardest form. Right. But like Bitcoin is the newest instrument in the same orchestra. Right? It doesn't just it just runs on code instead of chemistry. Right? It's a store of value, bro. It's like gold. Gold is physical. That's what I mean. It's in the same orchestra. It's in the same group. It's just a different material. Right? It's not made with physical material. It was synthetic with code. Right. I digress. But yeah, us as a collective, we have to optimize our pattern recognition so that we can move here collectively. It's how we can move as a group fast. Right, and because we win through numbers, right? So what do we need to do?
Got any heals?
Here's my suggestions, guys. You watch the price of oil, right? Like the price of oil is the cost of living today. And you watch precious metals because that tells you what the monetary system thinks about tomorrow. Right? The precious metals are for the future.
Stop trying to trade in small packets.
Right, and you stack your Bitcoin because that tells you where a generation of people are putting their trust for the future. Right? When oil, gold, silver, and Bitcoin all move in the same direction, it's not a coincidence, bro. It's a pattern. Right? So y'all gotta stop waiting for mainstream media to tell you that it already happened, because they're not gonna tell you. Right? They're here to fomoost you. They're here to keep you entertained. They're not. It's a circus, man. Right? They're not here to help you profit. They're not here to help you get out the trenches. Right? They're here to get your attention. They're here to get your clicks. That's it. You're a number to them. You're a view to them.
Bro, please.
Right? So what you gotta do? You gotta build your position like you build your house, brick by brick, consistently over time. The window to be early is still open, but it won't last forever. So y'all gotta lock in together. Right.
You got that?
Yeah. That's all I got for you guys for this week. But I hope
On a quest.
this made at least one person understand what I'm trying to say. Like,
Your son's coming, bro. Come here.
I think it matters. Right. But yeah. I hope y'all have a good week. Let's keep fighting, keep building. Don't forget,
Behind me.
I love y'all. Like, subscribe. Peace.